Hello everybody, welcome back. We have already talked about the various professions, the various activities that we will be able to perform in the Star Citizen universe, the different jobs that we will be able to follow in order to progress in the game, and of course make money and have fun. So today I would like to be a bit more specific and discuss about the professions, the jobs that we will get with the 3.0 update and what we should expect out of these activities. Obviously, these activities, these professions are not going to be fully developed from the beginning, but it will be more like the basic profession functions that we will get with 3.0, the first step of implementing these very important activities for the future of Star Citizen as an MMO. And it will definitely take some time in order for these professions to evolve and take the proper shape of trading or mining in the way we imagine it, or in the way we are familiar with these kind of professions from other similar titles. Nonetheless, it is going to be very important to get these activities in the game. It will change the Star Citizen universe as we know it now. It will help Star Citizen evolve, and it will mean the beginning of the transition from what we have right now to a much bigger and richer universe. We also got some very interesting info regarding the professions of 3.0 from the latest 10 for the Chairman with Chris Roberts and Tony Zurovec, and also a quite nice view on how the developers imagine the universe they are building, and probably what we should expect from the 3.0 expanded universe. Originally, the professions that were planned for 3.0 were trading, piracy, smuggling, mercenary duty, mercenary activities, and bounty hunting. Recently, we have learned that also mining is going to be present on the 3.0 update, something that is really good in my opinion. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at what these activities are going to offer to us, to everyone in the Star Citizen universe, with the 3.0 update. Let's start with what else, of course, trading, which is going to be the cornerstone of the Star Citizen economy. And it is going to be divided into two categories in Star Citizen. First is cargo hauling, where we will just accept contracts. We will be accepting contracts in order to deliver certain amount of a commodity or a good to a certain destination, and this will depend, the success and the contracts that we can take will definitely depend on the cargo hold of our vessel and in general the cargo capabilities of our favorite ship. And the second category of trading, the one I like calling serious trading, is the one I am mostly waiting for, and is going to be definitely the most interesting part of trading. In this form of trading, we will be visiting stations, planetary locations, in general, every location in the Star Citizen universe with goods to sell in order to take a look at their prices and try to make a profit. Buying low, selling high is going to be our goal, and we will always travel around the systems or the system, the standard system that we will get in 3.0 in order to find the best prices and earn the highest profit possible. And here is the main difference of 3.0 with a fully developed game. We will only have one system, the standard system, and the 5 planets that will be implemented with the standard system in the game at the beginning are Arcop, Microtech, Hearthstone, Crusader, and Delamar, which is a guest planet from the Nix system for testing purposes and to add extra variety, will have their own set of commodities and goods that we will offer in order to buy them and take them somewhere else and make profit. So for example, we know Hearthstone is a heavily industrialized world with a lot of mining going on that is building weapons and ammunitions, so it will be easy to find weapons and ammunition and maybe ore over there that we can get and sell them somewhere else. Microtech, on the other hand, will offer high-tech equipment that we can buy and sell to Crusader maybe, because they are building vessels, because they are building ships over there. So we will very soon know what each of these planetary locations will offer, what their products will be, and of course what will they demand. So it will be easier to know where to go to buy the goods required for Microtech, and of course where to go to sell the goods that we can acquire from Microtech or Hearthstone or any other location. Obviously, we're not going to have on these 5 locations where we can buy and sell products, but there will be a lot of other locations like space stations and planetary locations where we can go, we can visit and sell them the goods we are carrying or even buy whatever they are producing. So there is going to be variety in the game for trading, despite the fact that we will only have one system in the game with the 3.0 update. Our success in this activity will not only depend on the cargo hold and the capacity of our cargo in our favorite ship, but also in our ability to discover opportunities and take advantage of them. There are some very interesting info that have to do with trading and were revealed by Chris Roberts and Tony Zurovec and have to do with loading and unloading your cargo. I understand that they are trying to add realism in the game, and this is exactly why they want to offer both manual but also automatic loading and unloading. From what I understood, there will be services that will allow you to automatically unload your cargo, but these will only be present in big spaceports and general space stations that can support that kind of services, and there will also be the possibility for players to manually unload or reload their galley or another vessel with massive cargo hold. This is going to give the opportunity to the game to create missions for NPC and players and will probably take some time. Something that will definitely change trading as we imagine it. The way I see trading is going from point A to point B as fast as possible, unloading your cargo, reloading your cargo, and going back to point A in order to gain the maximum possible profit. If we have to manually unload our cargo hold, a massive cargo hold of a big ship, or if we have to wait for NPC or even other players to unload it, this is going to take some time, this is going to minimize our profit and possibly not be able to use our trading vessel for a while. So we'll have to go out there and do something else. Don't get me wrong, I like the idea of manually unloading a trading vessel, but I think after a couple of times it will become old and you will always look for the automatic unloading. According to what we have learned from 10 for the Chairman, automatic unloading will not be present in remote locations in small space stations, something that makes sense since they don't have enough manpower to offer such services. So you will have to manually unload your cargo if you wish to visit these areas. Something that is going to be quite time consuming if you are visiting these areas, these locations with a big ship with a big cargo hold. So we can very clearly see that ships will belong into categories that can visit certain areas and cannot visit certain areas. While you can take your galley and visit a small space station, if of course there is the opportunity and the possibility to dock with these space stations. It is quite possible that small space stations will not offer docking for big vessels. If you do that, you will have to manually unload everything in your cargo hold. And it will not be very productive if you ask me. So if you want to do some serious trading and use some big trading vessels, you will have to limit yourself in big spaceports, in big planetary locations. And if you want to visit some more remote areas, smaller space stations, you will have to do it with small vessels, small trading vessels that can be loaded and unloaded faster. Some more info that will affect not only trading but all the other activities in Star Citizen in general and of course 3.0 have to do with how massive is going to be Star Citizen, something that I don't think we have fully understood yet. Chris Roberts mentioned that it will take 30 minutes or more to go from one side of a system to the other side, and since they are working on the standard system right now, it's safe to assume that he was talking about the standard system. So if you want to travel from one side of standard to the other side, it will probably take you around 30 minutes or even more. This is going to have a huge impact on trading. It will not take you 30 minutes to go from Hearthstone to Microtech, but I'm guessing it will take some good 10 to 15 minutes. So in order to complete a full circle, if that's your trading route, you will need 30 or more minutes, and that's quite a lot of time. The rewards, the profit will have to be really good to justify doing trading if you really need to spend all that time into one only full circle. Something else that they have mentioned, both Tony Zurvek and Chris Roberts, is the fact that we will get pulled out of quantum travel every time there is something interesting, every time there is a point of interest nearby. And although I do understand pirate interdiction, I get it, pirates need to have their gameplay as well, so they will prey on traders and miners and everyone else passing by. It's not going to be very good for a trader to get pulled out every time there is a derelict ship or an asteroid or something else, a micro black hole, another point of interest nearby. This will just increase the time you are spending traveling, this will just minimize your profit. And although I do get it, it is going to be amazing if you are out there exploring and trying to find something valuable, try to find some good info to sell for a profit. Personally, as a trader, if I have my cargo full of commodities, full of goods, I would hate to risk them every time there is something interesting in front of me. So I would love to have the option to continue my journey or stop and investigate if I want, if what is nearby is really that interesting. But we shouldn't take this gameplay, this addition to the game, as an obstacle, as an annoyance. It is going to be a quite nice source of extra income if you can approach this point of interest and sell the coordinates later to anyone interested. Smuggling is also going to be present in 3.0, and I have to be honest, I had misunderstood this activity in Star Citizen. I always thought that smuggling would be similar to other titles where you just load your cargo and visit an area with a black market, unloading your cargo and getting the profit, gaining some extra money. Well, what Tony Zurvek and Chris Roberts reveal, how they describe smuggling in 3.0 in general, Star Citizen, definitely opened my eyes and made me appreciate this career path, this activity a lot more. Now it is definitely something that I want to at least experience for once or even make it my primary career. In general, smuggling is the action of transferring illegal goods in areas that have banned them, like narcotics or even slaves. In that way you do risk a lot, but you can make a huge amount of profit. It is a high risk, high reward alternate form of trading for sure. What I never thought, what I have never imagined, is how smuggling is going to be implemented in Star Citizen. Since slavery is not going to be in 3.0, and in general slaves will take a while to be implemented, if they ever be implemented, you will be smuggling small objects like gems or diamonds, and these small objects can be hidden inside a compartment, a specially designed compartment of your trading vessel. So at the same time you could perform trading and also carry contraband. When you reach your destination, you will have to take this contraband manually and meet with your contact. This is going to be also dangerous. You will have to avoid security personnel, you will have to be extra careful because you don't know what your contact might try to do, because you don't know if someone else knows of the transaction and tries to steal the contraband from you. There will be the possibility to hire some NPC as bodyguards or bring some from your crew with you, or some other players, some friends to protect you in case something goes bad. Definitely a great approach to the smuggling gameplay, and from what we understand, you don't need to have a big vessel in order to perform smuggling successfully. You can even perform smuggling in small vessels like the Aurora MR if you can hide the contraband inside the Aurora MR, inside your vessel, whichever is going to be. An absolutely amazing implementation of the smuggling system in Star Citizen, and definitely something that I can't wait to experience in game. Let's talk about mining in 3.0, which is going to be a very good addition, and I'm really happy that they have decided to also add this profession with 3.0. It is for sure an activity that many players want to follow and turn into their main career. In general, mining in Star Citizen is going to be a very detailed process, the process of extracting ore, mineral and gas and refining them in order to sell them for profit. You can visit asteroids or the surface of the planet and moon to extract these minerals and ores, and you will also have to take some very serious decisions. You will have to decide if you want to work as a freelancer or work as an agent for an organization, for a corporation. If you go alone, you will have bigger profit. If you work for an organization, you will have better protection. You will always have to pay attention to the commodity marketplace, where you can see which materials sell the best at any given moment, and you can decide if you want to go for a common material, for a common ore that will net you a sure but small profit, or go search for something rare that will net you a bigger profit, but with also the risk of returning with an empty cargo hold. And the process itself is not going to be easy. It's going to require from you to take some certain steps, to take some certain actions in order to be successful. You will have to scan the site that you have picked in order to see if there are enough materials for you there to start extracting, if there are the materials that you are looking, and then go on, extract the materials and go sell them for profit. Mining is going to be certainly somewhat dangerous, not only because of all the pirates that are running around trying to steal your cargo, but also because of highly compressed pockets of gas that might explode and kill you, destroy your vessel. This is the fully detailed activity of mining, but this is not the mining we are going to have in 3.0. We are going to just get the first steps of mining, possibly extracting ore and mineral. I don't even know if we are going to be able to extract gas in 3.0, or even if we will be able to refine the ore and the minerals we are getting in order to gain higher profit. For sure, it is going to be interesting to have mining in game, and it is going to offer us a first view at this very important activity for the economy of Star Citizen. We have seen, after all, the moons of Crusader that are getting ready to be implemented, and it will be possible to not only mine on these moons with our prospector, which I assume is going to be in the game by 3.0, since we are also getting mining, and it is necessary to have a mining vessel in order to perform this activity, but we will probably be able to mine from asteroids around Yela maybe, or other asteroid belts in the game. Without any doubt, one of the most interesting aspects of mining is going to be finding your own asteroid belt, finding your own profitable location that nobody else knows. We have focused more on trading, smuggling and mining because the combat professions that we will be getting in 3.0, we pretty much know what to expect. So we are also going to get piracy, mercenary duty and bounty hunting. Pirates are simple, and what they do is also very simple. They hunt down traders, miners and everyone else that might be carrying something viable, and threaten to destroy them unless they give them some or all of the cargo. There will be times that pirates will also demand your ship, so you will have to decide for yourself if you want to fight back, try to escape, or comply with whatever they want you to do. The goal of every pirate will be to make easy, fast profit and not destroy his targets, and this is also why we will probably see them running around with big groups so they can scare their opponents and make them do whatever they want. Exactly because of the existence of pirates around the standard system, traders and miners will have to hire mercenaries, and with the first implementation of the service beacon system, traders and miners will be able to offer contracts to mercenaries, to players that want to offer their service in that way, to players that want to play as hired guns in order to escort and protect other players that want to go from point A to point B with safety. Eventually, pirates and other criminals will have bounties placed on their head, and this is where bounty hunters will come into play. They will accept contracts created with the new service beacon system to hunt down criminals and arrest or kill them. It is clear that 3.0 and the professions we will have in 3.0 are going to offer great variety for all the players. Players that are more combat focused and players that want to follow a more peaceful life, a more peaceful activity, will have options in the 3.0, in the expanding universe of Star Citizen in 3.0, and what is even better is the fact that everybody will be able to perform every activity. There are no certain entry points. As long as you have a vessel that can perform an activity, you can perform that activity. After that, depends on you and how much you want to invest in that activity. Build up your reputation and start getting better missions, start coming into contact with NPC that will offer you better missions and better reward. Building up reputation and trust is going to be very important if you want to reach the highest level of a certain activity, trading or mining or bounty hunting, for example. These are the professions, the activities that we will have in 3.0, the first set of professions that we will get in Star Citizen, and I would definitely love to know which one is your preferred one, or which one can wait to experience as soon as we get the full standard system in game. For me, it has to be trading. I would love to explore around and find some really nice opportunities to make a lot of money, but I would also love to experience the first steps of mining. Thank you very much for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. I am SquidofLove, and I will see you around the verse. Bye bye.